Oh, Matt Rife's new comedy special is Netflix's first ever full-length crowd work special.
Look who's back in studio with us, our friend Matt Rife.
Hey! Oh, man. We're gonna get into your wild schedule in a second, but first, what made you want to do a fully improvised special?
Well, I mean, this is something I've kind of become known for over the past 2 years of this incredible, wild, weird life of mine. And Netflix had never done anything like it before. I did my own self-produced crowd work special on YouTube called Walking Red Flags, just about red flags for women towards men. And it did phenomenal, and I was like, okay, I had a little bit of experience with it. And so many people were upset I didn't do any crowd work in my last Netflix special that I was like, okay, while I'm taking the time to restructure and build a whole new set for my next hour-long material special, let me just put out something for just my fans in the audience, the thing they specifically want. So this one's for them, next one will be for me. I'm very excited for it.
Is it true when you go abroad that abroad don't like as much of the crowd work? Like they want you to just do your comedy and they're like, they don't want to be much of a part of it. Americans are like, let me tell you about me.
No, it's not. I don't think it's that they don't like it or don't want to be a part of it. They're just a lot more respectful. Like they don't feel the need to make the show about themselves.
Cultural differences.
Cultural differences. Americans run on attention. It's everything to us.
You're like, lady in the back, there you are.
It's always the lady in the back who nobody can hear in the first place.
Well, it's interesting you say that because Carly Pierce, who we just had before, she some dude yelled something out to her and she started yelling, or she kicked him out. All that, and I was thinking of you.
Yeah, and I was having a really fun time at that concert.
But I thought about you and I said, oh, that would have been such a great opportunity. You would have loved that.
I would have loved it.
Exactly.
I don't think I've ever kicked somebody out for yelling out to start a thing. Listen, don't do it. For the love of God, please do not yell out in the show. Because here's the thing, it's never the person who wants the attention that ends up being the most interesting person to talk to.
Yeah.
It's always the least assuming dad who got drugged there by his 2 daughters, so he had no idea who I even was.
Right.
He ends up being the best.
Yes.
That's the best.
That's the hardest working guy with the weirdest job. He's always the best.
Exactly.
The theme of your special is dreams.
Yes.
We've talked about before, you didn't really dream of all this happening. What were your other dreams besides this dream coming true?
Ooh, that's tough. You know, I started doing stand-up when I was 15, so I mean, it's been my dream for the longest, but I think before that, I wanted to play professional sports, obviously, as every
Which
kid
sport?
dreams. Football.
Yep.
But I was also 5'10" and 108 pounds when I graduated high school. So, yeah, kicker at best. Scrubbing jock straps, lettering and jock straps. I wanted to join, I thought about joining the military because I come from a military family. Pretty much my entire family is Navy. And then I do this. So a little less noble, I would say. So there's some other things I did want to do. I don't want to give away too much because I do talk about that within the special.
Okay.
I like to open with it and kind of void the gap between me and the audience and explaining that I'm so lucky to have had this dream come true for me. But there's so many people, not everybody surprisingly, but so many people aspire to be something so much more than they are. And I just want to inspire them to hopefully, if you don't at least achieve those dreams, go for it. What do you have to lose? I mean, you're only on this planet for so many years,
You're
right?
exactly right.
Just try.
That's a great message. Speaking of audience members, you posted someone throwing a bra on stage.
Oh my God.
And that's like a thing. Now, do they throw other undergarments or other stuff at you? I've seen teddy bears and roses and stuff.
It's a lot of older women, so we've got a pretty big adult diaper collection at the house. Not as many bras as I would like, surprisingly enough, but it's never the ones you want, unfortunately. This one was in Bend, so I assume it was Bend, Oregon, so it was
Bend.
90% hemp anyways. I don't have nearly as big a bra collection as I do Build-A-Bears.
And I'm just curious, does the woman take off the bra, or does she come with the bra?
No, I think she takes it off and wings it around. I mean, I'm assuming.
Couldn't even tell you, dude. I saw at the corner of my eye, I see something being flung on stage. I'm like, well, this can't be good. I go over, see it's the biggest bra I'd ever held in real life. I look back, I'm trying to figure out who it is. The lady never even acknowledges it. Everyone's just pointing to her walking away. She just throws up a peace sign as she walks away.
I like
back
her.
to her seat. My security was like, get her out of here. I was like, no, send, give her a meet and greet.
Bring her
Hook her up
backstage.
backstage, yes, exactly.
I want to brag about you. You recently became the youngest comedian to sell out Red Rocks in Colorado.
Hey.
Honestly, Matt, I'm just so proud of you. What was
God.
it like performing there, and what does Mom think about all this? How's she doing now?
Oh, it was the coolest. She came out for it, flew from Georgia all the way out to see it. It was so surreal. I mean, you hear about this venue. Much like the Hollywood Bowl, I had never even been to a show there before I got a chance to play it.
That's a
and
trip.
when you get there,
Look
you
at
see
that.
how massive it is. I'm gonna get that framed for my house. It's like the coolest photo I've ever
Yeah,
taken.
ever.
That's a great venue.
I mean, it's 10,000 people, and just the acoustics in that place, especially in an amphitheater, you would think the sound just kind of goes up into the nothingness, but it sounds so intimate. 10,000 people felt like 500 in a packed out comedy
that's
club.
awesome.
They were amazing. I actually sold more tickets than the Beatles did when they played there, which
Whoa.
was insane. Now, granted, they weren't like the Beatles quite when they did it, but it's still an incredible accolade to have.
Heck yeah.
That's a venue I want to play every year for the rest of my life.
That's so
Well, I know
cool.
we were talking a little before we started here. I couldn't believe, what was it, like 700 shows you said or something like that?
Yeah,
Rife? That could-
roughly about almost 1 million tickets on this whole tour.
That is unbelievable. 50 shows a month, and you kind of were forced to take a little break because even at your
You're
young age,
exhausted.
that caught up, right?
Yeah, man. I was doing a show in NorCal that I do like a little hands-free mic that you might have seen at
Yeah.
the Bowl, and I'm sitting down on the stool for the whole show, and I literally had to hold on to the stool to like keep myself upright. I was like nearly passing out. I couldn't keep my balance or anything, and I was like, okay, I have 3 days off before my next show. I'll be sure to get some sleep then. I ended up going 7 straight days without a single moment of sleep at all. And I was leaving my hotel, and I was heading to the show, and I couldn't walk straight. I was like losing my balance. I couldn't see like anything, just fading out of blackness over and over again. And I couldn't perform. I couldn't even walk straight, let alone perform. And this is gonna sound so stupid, but like more important than my health, I was like, I'm not gonna be able to give the show
That
that
you
I would
need
like
to
to
do.
give
Oh,
these
right, yeah,
people. So I
right.
was like, we're just gonna have to reschedule it.
So you
unfortunately.
shut
Don't-
it down for a while, huh?
Had to take 2 weeks off from touring, which
Good.
felt like 6 months because, like you said, we've been doing 40 to 50 shows a month for the past year and a half straight with no breaks whatsoever.
Dang.
And I've just got I've got really bad insomnia and really bad anxiety, which basically just feed each other.
yeah.
So I'm used to operating on like 2 or 3 hours of sleep a night, and then it just caught up with me where I wasn't sleeping at
Matt,
all.
don't make me mama bear you. We're going to talk after this about a healthier schedule. I'm calling your mom in
Yes.
Georgia.
Fine,
Hey, man.
you're not getting a house. Nice try.
Keep killing it, my man.
Yeah,
Listen,
so proud of
check
you.
out Matt Rife, Lucid, a crowd work special on Netflix August 13th. We'll be right back.